To use our coffee machine, first turn on the power. Then scroll to choose your coffee. Just follow these instructions. It says grind, brew, and milk. First we grind. We take this, lay it on this cradle, and hit the button. Once it stops, remove it from the cradle, take the tamper, and press down. If you need more coffee, put it back on the cradle. Do not hit the button, but just press in gently and it will grind. If you let go, it will stop. Press in. Let go, it will stop. Tamp it again. The tamper is magnetic and it fits right here. You just push that. Then after that, you put this into the coffee area. You have to insert it at a diagonal, put it up, and then twist it back towards you. Again, when you take it off, you twist it this way and down. To put it in, you twist it up and then to the right. You place a cup. These cups work best, but any of the large mugs will work. Then you follow the instruction again. We've already grinded. Now we're going to brew. And just hit brew. At around the 8-second mark is when the coffee should start pouring out. So if you don't see it starting in the beginning, that's normal for all of these coffees. It just takes a while to brew. Depending on what you get, what kind of coffee, it will be lighter or darker. I always wait to just let it dribble out a bit. And then I take this down. I tap it here, or you can do the trash can. And then I'm just going to sit this here aside before we rinse. Then we take the coffee down. We take this small pitcher and you put, there are 2 lines, one here and one here. It should be somewhere in between those 2 lines. Whole milk works best if you want to try to do any kind of designs, but I'm using kind of fat-free, ultra-filtered milk today. And then inside, you can actually, it's hard to see with the camera, but inside there is kind of these indentations. So I'm going to just fill it to be about right in between those lines. Then for the milk, which is the frothing, you pull it out, you insert it in, and then you see this little area here, this round here, that's a sensor. The first time I used it, I did not put it on the sensor and it didn't do anything. So if you put this down, you make sure that this little pitcher is on the sensor and then you hit froth. And it will froth, it tells you here up to 150. And you just kind of stay and be patient. It may look like it's going to overflow, but it will not. Obviously, as long as you have the milk in between those 2 areas. can see that it's getting closer and closer to the 150. Okay, then you use this little lever, you pull it up, take it down, and pour it into your coffee. Set this aside. It is very, very, very important that you use some kind of a towel to towel this off, because the sugars in the milk, it gets sticky, so you need to towel that off really well. And notice when I put it back down, just be careful with your fingers because it's going to squirt out at the bottom. That's shooting any kind of milk out to make sure that it is cleaning that milk out of that nozzle. And then I always just do a little quick clean there. And then if you come over here, I usually put a towel. You rinse this. I usually rinse it so you can see some of the water coming out of these areas here. And then I usually try to lay it here this way for a little bit so it drains out. And then I rinse this cup as well. And if it's just me who's going to be using it, for the day, I usually don't wash it in the dishwasher until the evening. I make sure all that milk's out, and then I just let this sit here. And it's very important that for the next coffee, that this has to be dry inside. So the most important thing is not that it drips out the bottom at all, but the most important thing is that you dry that. And everything is ready for the next coffee. And then this will stay up. You can hit home, and then you can choose your next coffee. Enjoy.